Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Arlo's new direct storage access and see if it lives up to expectations. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So 3 weeks ago, Arlo released an update to its app. In the details of that update, it advertised the new direct storage access. However, when you updated the app, it wasn't available yet. Went to the forums and they said it is a feature that's going to be coming out, but it hasn't been officially released. That's fine. A few weeks later, I noticed on their website that they had some documentation in their knowledge base about how to set up direct access. And so I went and checked it out and I see it is now available. This kind of seemed to slide in really unannounced. I've been doing some research on it and trying to see if anyone's written up anything about this or talked about this or done a video. And there's really nothing out there. There's maybe 2 articles on Arlo's site, but other than that, it kind of seemed like this was a very quiet release, which is why I wanted to immediately check it out and find out why they haven't been super excited to announce this to everybody. I mean, this was a big thing that they promised at the beginning of 2019. I know everyone's been super excited and looking forward to this. So now that I have it set up and I've been playing with it for a few days, let's talk about it. And actually, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bells for more videos like this one. Okay, so setup of this feature is actually really easy to do. I'm going to load up the app here. We're going to stay on the devices tab in the bottom. I'm going to scroll down and click on Smart Hub and Home Bases. From here, we can see the different options. Now, I have set everything up on my Pro 3 base station. I don't even use my Arlo Ultra base station anymore. So we're going to click on the Pro 3 base station, scroll down, go to storage settings, and then we have the new option here, direct storage access. You're going to hit that toggle to turn it on. Now, here are where things get interesting with this app. If you look below it, we see some things that I was a bit surprised by. One of them is that to use this feature, you have to be on the network that the device is on. Now that's all fine, but essentially what that is saying is that if you leave your home network, or whatever network you have these cameras on, you're no longer able to view local storage. That seems a bit counterintuitive. I mean, I want to be able to check this wherever I am, not just when I'm at home. But if we look even further down, it says that to securely access your recordings from outside of your home network, so we can do this from outside of the home, they recommend setting up and configuring a VPN on your router and your mobile device. Okay. Do you guys know how to set up a VPN? It's not something that's necessarily that easy to do, and some VPNs actually cost a monthly fee to set up. So now I'm paying for a monthly VPN, but there's another alternative. Alternatively, port forwarding settings can be modified on your router to allow access to your hub outside of your home. So the alternative is setting up port forwarding. Now, when I read on their KB article, when they talked about setting up port forwarding, which is different for every person and every router, they said you might possibly have to contact your internet service provider and let them know that you're setting up port forwarding. I guess they have to do something on the back end for that, possibly, but that it also can create security risks for you to set up port forwarding. Awesome. So either I am now paying possibly another subscription fee for a VPN service to set up, or I need to set up port forwarding on my phone. These are just extra steps that I now have to set up. So isn't that wonderful? In addition to these 2 new requirements is that these options are only available on the Pro 3 base station and the Ultra base station. So if you have the Pro 2 base station, you don't even have the option of setting this up, which has caused some problems for some people. I've seen some people comment in the forums and on Reddit that they have a Pro 2 base station with Pro 2 cameras. They bought a Arlo Pro 3 as an add-on camera, but they can't turn on this feature for that Pro 3 camera because the Pro 2 base station doesn't support it. Essentially meaning now that for that Pro 3 camera, they kind of have to do the subscription fee, at least for that camera. But you know what, let's forget all about that. Let's say that you have set it up, you set up a VPN, or you set up port forwarding to get this working. Let's take a look at what it actually does right now. So you see on the screen here, we have direct access turned on. And by the way, to get that turned on, and when you're in your storage settings, you do have to have either a thumb drive or a hard drive plugged into the base. So let's back out of here and hit devices on the bottom. You know what, let's go to library. So we're gonna go to library, and you now see at the top of the screen here, it says cloud with an arrow pointing down. So right now I'm looking at all of my videos that have happened today, taking a look at all of that stuff, and we can even go back to the day before too, loading everything up. So there's everything there. Now, if I do the drop down from the cloud, I can see at the bottom, Smart Home 3, that's the one I turned on. I'm gonna click on that and it's going to load. Okay, everything's loaded up. Where are my thumbnails? Okay, let's scroll through here. Everything, just an arrow pointing down for a download. So, okay, look at this right here. This one specifically right here, this is one that I tapped on earlier. All right, so let's, you know what? Let's tap on another one here. Let's go for this one for the backyard. It's gonna load up the video. Dude, load up the video, perfectly fine. Looks good, I like it. It shows it's in 4K. It shows the little disc, whatever you wanna call that icon next to that, showing that it's going locally, that's fine. I back out of here, and look at that, it now shows me the thumbnail. But what do I have to click on every single one of these now to see what I want to look at? What if I just want to be flipping through and, you know, pick out a different one here? I want to look at this one of my front door. All right, well, there's one of my front. Let's see what this. With Arlo Smart, you get a quicker access to your video stored clips. Cool. Okay, another thing, let's back out of here. Another thing, if you look on the right of each of these clips, it just says motion. So no longer now does it tell me if it's a person, a package. Now granted, that is always something that they have advertised with their Arlo Smart features. So I'm not surprised that I don't see it on here. I do like that feature a lot. It was very helpful because if you notice, I do have so many cars that drive by my house that it was nice to not always be getting hit with notifications. So I do like that. Not sure it's worth the subscription fee of that though. But you do lose that if you don't have the Arlo Smart anymore. So that is what this new feature and 11 months of waiting has got us. Now I like Arlo and I like their cameras. They are the primary cameras that I use around the house. But when they come out with something like this, I have to call them out on it. Let's call a spade a spade. This thing is absolute trash. I am very disappointed with it. It is not at all what I expected. And just to compare them with other companies and what they're doing, right now I also have Eufy. I've been using them for a while now. I've done several of their videos. I'll actually link a playlist that I have for all of the videos that I've done with them. Now with Eufy, they don't do any cloud storage at all. It is all locally on the devices, whether it be an actual base station or recorded locally like on the doorbell. It's actually on the doorbell. And with those all being local stuff, I can view all of that stuff through the app wherever I am. So it's possible to get the same features that I'm normally getting from Arlo, where I can load up and look at all of my cloud recordings. Other companies are doing it, and they're doing it very well too, where there's no subscription fee. So because of that, I hold a higher bar to Arlo for setting this up correctly. Now granted, there could be patches in the future to get this out. Maybe this was just rushed because they promised it by the end of 2019, which is already passed, but you guys had 11 months and other companies are already doing it and they're doing it fantastic too. Anyway, that is my rant on this feature and what Arlo has put out. I'm not surprised that they haven't announced it to anybody. It feels like it's not complete. I'm definitely hoping and looking forward to a more polished version of this coming out later. Maybe then we'll see some more releases on it. But anyway, if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.